My Reverend Father, the peace of our Lord. I have not forgotten that in several of your letters you have urged me to acquaint you with discoveries I might make in this part of India. Recently, with a little leisure, I have found the way in which Indians make those beautiful clothes which form part of the trade of our companies. The port of Machilipatnam, where most of these pieces are now produced, is famous all along the Coromandel coast. The variety of tongues and differences of garb, Persian, Dutch, English and local, found here are as varied as the colors and motifs on the clothes. While talking to the printers and observing them at work, I have perhaps discovered the secret art of fixing colors and of giving them the adherence which we seek to duplicate in Europe. It seems to me that the author of nature has granted India certain ingredients, some of which I have collected, and above all certain waters, whose particular qualities have much to do with colors produced. These clothes acquire the value and price from their brightness and from the solidity and fastness of the colors they are dyed with, which, far from losing their brilliance by washing, actually grow more beautiful. I hope my observation will help the purpose you have in bringing to Europe the secret of the Indies.
Attempts to duplicate Kalamkari or chintz in Europe didn't succeed. The art of modern ting remained a local trade secret. It essentially involved treating the cotton fiber with a substance, enabling it to absorb the vegetable dye. The English set up factories in Machilipatnam with a view to capture the world markets. Painters flocked there, seeking steady employment. The demands on the painters were too many, the pressures great. The method of drawing with a pen seemed too slow and gave way to the block. But suddenly the Kalamkari of Machilipatnam almost faded away. The English banned import of Indian chintz, the factories were closed down, and the cyclone of 1864 wiped out most of the town, killing as many as 30,000 people. But Kalamkari left its impression in the form of blocks. The blockmaker revives traditional motifs using a variety of unusual tools, all made to order at the local blacksmith. The design to be carved has been outlined on paper and is transferred onto wood by lightly tapping along the outline with a needle, shaped out of the wire frame of an umbrella. What distinguishes the blocks of Machilipatnam from others is the carving. While blocks elsewhere are chiseled, the ones in Machilipatnam are carved, perhaps drawing from the strong sculptural tradition in the surrounding areas. Carving gives the lines a curvilinear form. They flow from one to another, giving the blocks a sculpted quality. The designs are intricate and the work strenuous. It may take days to complete a small block. for the block maker has to maintain equal pressure while carving to ensure constant depth and flow of line. It is the quality of wood and the vegetable dyes used, as opposed to the chemical dyes which have helped preserve these old blocks. The Kalamkari cloth begins as an unbleached cotton fabric. It is soaked overnight in a solution of cow dung and water. The dung contains sodium carbonate, a product of the cow's leafy diet, which acts as a bleaching agent. Being a natural product, it doesn't weaken the fiber as a chemical bleach would. The cloth is washed, taken to the local pond, and spread over water with seaweed or nachu beneath it. It is believed that the reaction of the sun with the seaweed contributes to the whitening process. Interestingly, nachu appears as a background motif on the Kalamkaris, perhaps one of the few local design contributions. The myrobalan tree is vital to the Kalamkari. Its seed and fruit form an integral part of the preparatory process. The seeds are soaked overnight, pounded to a paste, and then made into a solution. The bleached cloth is then dipped into this solution. The myrobalan seed contains tannin, which reacts with the mordants to give the color. Tannin also ensures even permeation and absorption of the dye. The day begins early at the printing shed. There is a separate block for each color and a different printer for each part of the design. Chan and Ibrahim are apprentices to this unit, working their way up to become printers. They spend the day preparing mordants, supplying cloth, washing blocks, and occasionally get behind the table and try a hand at printing. The black outline is printed first. It is made of iron filings and jaggery, which is left to ferment over a few days. When the block strikes the cloth, the iron acetate in the mordant reacts with the tannin in the myrobalan treated cloth and black develops. The printing of the outline is critical and has to be executed with absolute precision. For a deeper impression, the block is struck by the mallet. For a lighter one, the fist does just fine. Once the outlines are printed, the colors have to be filled in. An alum solution is used for this. Since the alum solution is colorless, a fugitive color, usually sindoor, is added, so the areas where the alum appears may be visible while printing. Like the photographic process, alum reveals itself only after it is developed. These printers belong to a weaving community which took up block printing to revive Kalamkari. Ironically, it was while buying their woven cloth that the Europeans discovered the Kalamkari. Once the mordants have dried, the process of degumming, or washing as it's called here, takes place. Traditionally, the cloth was washed in a river. The stream of running water would lift excess alum crystals clear off the cloth and wash them away. Today, they simulate this effect by immersing the cloth in a pond and pulling it sharply towards them. This prevents the mordants from smearing and later developing on other parts of the design. The cloth is dried and sent for developing. Rice husk is used to fire the furnace, and its ash used as clay to form earthen pots and vats. Chawal kuddi, for madder red, is added to the boiling solution of alizarin and water. A wide range of colors from violet to dark brown is achieved by combining varying proportions of alum and iron. Also, the bark of the pomegranate tree gives yellows, the bark of the babul tree browns and rusts, and manjistha, pink. The cloth is dipped in, the alum reacts with the solution, and the color red appears. Alizarin also fixes the black color developed earlier. For the first time, the primary colors of the Kalamkari appear. Indigo, which has always been a base color, is used the world over as a dye. Machilipatnam is the only place where it is used as a print, giving indigo a wide tonal palette, unknown previously. The surviving trace of the kalam in the Kalamkari process today is when the yellow is painted on. A solution of flowers from the myrobalan tree forms the distinctive color. It is ironic that the kalam, which was once responsible for the fine details of design, is now used for a job considered unskilled and requiring less precision. The cloth is dipped in alum to fix the dye, washed, and spread out to dry, finally unfolding all its colors.